Hey everyone, I'm coming to you from the couch in my giant onesie. And as a lot of you know by now, that when inspiration hits, it's sometimes when I'm in my onesie. And I don't want to not share because it could be helpful to someone. So, what's come up for me is the topic of when with our energy, or with our words, we defend what we want. So we start not just saying why. If you really get connected to your why you want something you want, why you want to lose weight, why you want a different relationship with your body, why you want to feel good in your body, why you want to eat in a sane, happy way. That can be incredibly helpful. In fact, I lead a lot of exercises in discovering your whys, WISE, WHY apostrophe S. But there's something that can kind of masquerade as your why or as a reasoning, but the energy is actually very defensive. So we all know what defensive energy is like, or a defensive person, or like someone that's on edge. Or when we're defending, it means there's some kind of attack that we are, at least there might not be a real attack. Most of the time there's not. It's just our perception. But when we're in a defending why we want what we want, or why we could have what we want, or why we might deserve it, it's actually setting up a resistance from having what we want. So have you ever wanted something and you're like, I want it because of this or this or this or this or this or this, but there's this edge to it. And it's not just this clean, open, I just want it and it's okay. And in fact, you won't feel closer to the thing you want. You'll feel farther. You'll feel like there are hurdles to overcome to get there. There's this defense. I want this because of this. I want this because of this. I want this because of this, which again, if you're feeling into the essence of the energy, it is actually making more resistance, more static, more stuff in the way of you and the thing you want. So the idea or the exercise here would be, think of one thing you want. And since I coach on body and food and stuff, think of like a body goal you have, or an intention, or a way of being that you'd like to be with your body, okay, or with your food. And instead of feeling defensive, again, we all know what that feels like when there's a perceived threat. What if there's nothing in the way? What if you can still have your whys, why? Like, I want it because it brings happiness, period. I want it because I'll feel lighter. I want it because it brings more peace to my life. I want it because I want it. Those are all fine. You can feel that there's nothing in the way of that. There's no thing to overcome. Doesn't mean I won't have challenges or things that I'll have to choose along the way, but the energy is clean and clear. And in those statements, there's nothing preventing me from having it. There's nothing there. Whereas if I'm having a defensive energy, it's actually creating these even more invisible energetic hurdles. So watch in your speech with people, in how you speak, in your energy and your emotions around when you want something, that you can try to keep it as clean and clear and simple as possible. Your desire does not have to be complicated. In fact, that's probably going to make it a lot harder to have what you want. So see if you're actually putting up a defense against why you can't have what you want, or why even a defense of like, I want this because da 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 da, and your energy is like rigid and defensive. So if we only defend when we're scared, you're not naturally defensive unless you're scared. You're not born defensive, right? So practice feeling into an energy that feels clear, clean, easy. You don't have to defend what you want. You just get to want it. And the more you can claim that and be in that, the less stuff in the way between you and the thing you want. You can just get closer and closer to it. So there's my little tip. The word defense and defensiveness had come up for me for a few times lately, and I knew I wanted to talk about it. And so I hope that was helpful.